The choice in the stark stillness of the Algerian desert during the early 1950s, a lonely schoolhouse stood like a fragile boundary between civilization and impotence. Darou, a quiet French Algerian school teacher accused to isolate and naturally watched the horizon as a soldier approached along the dusty road, leading a child Arab prisoner named Murad. That name was a stranger handed over by the authorities to be escorted toward judgment in the distant mountain village. Darou felt the weight of instruction immediately, sensing that the arrival of this prisoner would drag him into a conflict he had long avoided. When he questioned the reason for his responsibility, the soldier answered simply that Murad was the accused murderer and the duty demanded obedience. Inside the schoolhouse, silence thickened as Murad sat across from Darou, his posture heavy with exhaustion and quiet despair. Darou observed him not as a criminal, but as a man shaped by hardship, someone caught between accusation and circumstances. Murad spoke slowly, confession that the death had not been intentional, that it was the tragic consequence of poverty, resentment, and a life modeled by unforgiving conditions. His word did not forgiveness, only understanding, as thought explanation itself with the final dignity left to him. As evening descended and the desert turned ambient, the sinking sun, Darou stepped outside and confronted the moral crossroad before him. He recognized the law demanded delivery yet compassion was appeared. Another possibility, the chance for Murad to disappear into the vast freedom of the desert. Standing between authority and conscience, Darou placed the decision into Murad's hand, offering him a choice between surrendering to institutional justice for embarrassing uncertain freedom. Murad walked away slowly, his figure dissolving into the endless road, pausing only one to look back at the schoolhouse that had become the center of his fate. He understood that escape would not erase guilt for identity. The freedom without absolution was merely another form of exile. Accepting the truth, he closed and fight for accountability, stepping toward the village where soldiers awaited him and where judgment would be finally claim authority. From the schoolhouse, Darou watched helplessly as Murad disappeared into Kosti, realizing that choice, however compassionate, could not shield either of them from machinity of justice. Alone bent the night sky, Darou stayed in the desert haunted by the question of whether morality could ever exist independently or no. In the end of the story reveals that justice reigns while humanity is uncertain, and that every act of compassion carries out in silence. The burden of choices does not end with decision. It illusions shaping consciences long after action is complete. The choice that becomes a meditation on a moral ambiguity, asking whether true fairness can exist in a world we are or not.